that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine. Give me that green light. Give me that green light, Maine.
Welcome to Greenlight Maine. We continue with Season 8, which has brought innovation like you've never seen before. They're all winners, and 3 companies will soon head to the finals and share $40,000 to invest in their companies. Today's matchup is like no other. We're taking you outside, and they are sure to be impressive. That is an understatement. But first, let's say hello to our judges who have much experience in the Maine business community. Welcome Daniel Ahern from Bangor Savings Bank.
Oh, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm the Director of Payments and Corporate Services for Bangor Savings Bank, and our team works with commercial clients to help streamline their operations, everything from payments, cash utilization, and fraud protection. And our team also oversees our Banking as a Service program, which helps us engage with the fintech community and meet their financial needs as well.
You all do an outstanding job. Next up, we have Jonathan Poole from Fame. Welcome.
Hi, so happy to be here. I'm the Director of Strategic Growth at the Finance Authority of Maine. Fame is here to support Maine businesses with various financial products and continues to work as a connector with other financial providers throughout the state.
Nice. And finally, we have Bianca Cowell from Maine Technology Institute.
Hi, thanks for having me back. I'm a Senior Investment Officer with MTI, and we invest in innovative projects throughout the state.
Awesome. Well, you're going to love this. And if you all love fishing, you're going to love it even more. I'd like to welcome Jeff Davis from Maine Fly. Whenever you're ready, go for it.
Thank you. The year was 2016. I was in an unfulfilling career, waiting on the birth of my twin boys when I received an unexpected call. My father, who was in Chicago at the time, had passed in an untimely passing. In that call, I was sent out to Chicago to help sort out some of his affairs and help with final arrangements. In that process, I was finally able to get my hands on some of these things that were just forbidden. Some of the tools, more importantly in this case, his fly fishing gear. Through my journey back home into Maine, a few things became evident to me. One was in his untimely passing and in all that he had wanted to achieve on the rivers in Maine, I was going to leave something a little bit better for my boys, and I was going to pursue something that had a lot more passion than what I was currently involved in. Out of pure curiosity, I took some of those fly rods, went out on some of the rivers, started casting, and tried to see what the hype was all about. I was leaving the rivers feeling ways that I'd never quite felt before, and in part of that process also decided to take an old fly rod of his and dissect it, and how does this thing work? I think I could do this better. Whether it was going to be a hobby or business, I was really open. I just knew it felt really good, and however you feel about spirituality, I had a moment. I knew I didn't want to go back to work. I wanted to stay outside, and I wanted to share my love of Maine through fly fishing. So we were a basement company from inception. This was all pre-pandemic, and we started training builders to build remotely and bring product back to the headquarters. And at that point, again, we were very uncertain whether this was going to be a hobby or a company. We slowly started spreading the news, started getting on social media, started putting some of these rods out, and it didn't take very long before this passion became very contagious through Maine. A little bit of market research, nobody left in the state of Maine building fly rods. Nobody left in the state of Maine really honoring Maine's heritage and Maine's fly fishing culture. It was the perfect hybrid for me. How do I represent my boys, my father, and this newfound passion that I knew I needed to be outside, and the fly fishing was giving me everything that I needed. 3 years later, we found our headquarters. We've now positioned in the Sparhawk Mill in Yarmouth, where we're on the Royal River, in an old industrial mill where nobody's making things anymore but us. The rods came through our trips, and we started inspiring and building all of our rods through any one of Maine's 5,000 different waterways. Stories came, we have more coastline than anybody in the country, we have more waterways than anybody in the country, so we're no soon at a loss of inspiration. We started taking old timeless traditions of rods, grips, burled woods, bamboo, things that have expired that aren't happening anymore, and bringing them back in a more modern way and in a way to represent Maine nationally. Within months, we're in every publication that I grew up reading, Outside, Men's Journal, Field and Stream. it's been humbling to say the least. And then with the press as well, our story's been able to spread. We now have some new innovation coming where we're starting to recycle old products that have been discarded in the past historically and making new products that we can share to our community. We have fly schools that we're offering. We're supporting young female generations and so many more programs as we're evolving. But we're awfully proud of what we do. We're really excited to do what we do and to represent Maine in this way.
Definitely have a lot to be proud of, and that's so nice that you're honoring Maine and your dad. So good job.
Thank you.
Okay, Danielle.
Yeah, great, thank you. This is a great story. I appreciate you adding your personal touch there. This is a really customized sort of value emotion filled product. So what are you doing to market this, because in light of that?
Great question. Marketing has been minimal. We haven't been able to keep up, quite honestly. Word is spread very organically, between Google, socials, fine-tuning some SEO. We've been able to get some pretty good international market penetration very quickly. And because of the hybrid model that we are, we're really the only one of our kind nationally.
Jonathan.
This is great. I'm a horrible fly fisherman. I'm friends with some great fly fishermen, so I'm sure they would love this. But my question is, with such a beautiful product that you're hand building as you scale, how do you ensure you maintain that quality as you continue to grow?
It's a great question, and it's a very big part of what we do. There's sayings on the wall that are quality over quantity. It's very much part of what we are. Each builder is individually trained still by me, and they're all centralized in our new workshop over in Yarmouth. QA is a big part of it, and there's one unique stamp, and there's only one of its kind that's branded and burnt into each one of those rods, and that's done only by me. So the QA continues. They'll always, as far as I'm concerned, for the next decade ahead, I'll be in that shop and looking at every rod before they go out the door.
That's great.
Bianca.
Great. You did a great job. I'm questioning, though, the price.
Well, I'm so glad you asked. So many people walk into the shop and they pull them off as if it's fine china, and I say, no, you can actually take it off and cast it. We fall in a low to mid price for the market. Our average rod is anywhere between $300 to $459, with customs starting just under $500. In this industry, that's an incredibly obtainable price point for something that's handcrafted.
Awesome. We have time for one quick question.
I'm curious about your materials. Are you sourcing them from Maine?
Some we make right locally. Some of the burl wood is actually wood that I found on rivers that I'm fishing. But we try to source as much as we can, as close to home as we can. And now with our recycled wader program and some of the other things we're doing, we're trying to get all the manufacturing within the greater Portland area.
Made in Maine, that's what we love. Well, great pitch. Thank you so much for being here, Jeff.
Thank
this
you.
is just beautiful, beautiful stuff.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're going to take a short break and hear from our sponsors. And our next company is also keeping us outside. So stay tuned. There's a lot more Greenlight Maine coming up.
Bangor Savings Bank, committed to investing in its employees, customers, and communities to help create a stronger Northern New England. Bangor Savings Bank, you matter more.
Maine Technology Institute, offering grants, loans, and equity investments to help support Maine's innovation economy, and committed to supporting new ideas with potential to grow. Visit mainetechnology.org. Hey Maine, how are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. Learn more at northernlighthealth.org/howareyou.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. Our next company is a great addition to your outdoor adventure. I'd like to welcome Amanda Lacey with Bijou Build. This is absolutely beautiful, and we can't wait to hear all about it.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Amanda Lacey, founder and inventor of Bijou Build, and I'd like to introduce you all to a brand new way to play. Bijou is the world's first collapsible, expandable, and adaptable play system for families. In 2020, I was in the market for a play structure for my 3 children, and with over 15 years of product development experience in the outdoor play industry, I felt that I could do something different. The market for outdoor play in the US is over $200 million. over 1 billion worldwide. Most of those structures are bulky and get pretty boring pretty quickly for children. Bijou is an innovative concept to the market in that it's designed for families. For ages 3 to 103, up to 250 pounds, Bijou is able to be adapted to fit how you want it, when you want it, and since it's collapsible, it can go where you want it. We start with our patented Bijou mainstay, which is everything is shipped in a small box that's able to be sent via FedEx. And then in less than 1 hour, you can assemble it from wood from your local hardware store. It takes standard pressure-treated 2x4s for extra durability, super simple to put together, and about 5 minutes to put it back up if you store it away. Bijou passes all safety standards for the US and EU market, including for standards for outdoor play equipment. We offer a 5-year manufacturer's warranty. We currently are distributing in Australia, the UK, and Canada, and will be signing distribution agreements for Germany and Scandinavia in the future. Bijou won the International Design Award for Sustainable Products in the Outdoor Play Space and a Mom's Choice Award. We started shipping units the beginning of this year, and to date we have sold our Bijou mainstay and our Bijou Sway Swing through our direct-to-consumer site up to $250,000, over 400 unique orders. We also will be launching our new Rambler Bridge attachment next month, with many future plans to expand, including a swing arm adapter kit and a different alternative panels, such as a living wall to encourage vertical gardening. This is really just the beginning of our Bijou play system, and we are so grateful to be part of this wonderful Maine entrepreneurial ecosystem. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and we can't wait to see how you Bijou.
Congratulations on your awards.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Okay, Danielle.
Yeah, thank you so much. That was great. This is a standard structure, so what is the cost for this piece? And I assume the other adapter pieces are add-on costs for
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is our mainstay. We offer it to be shipped with the wood for $7.99, or the customer has the option of purchasing it without wood for $5.99.
Okay, thank you.
Jonathan.
This is great. Can you tell me a little bit about your sourcing of materials and then where it's manufactured?
Sure. So I'm very lucky to come from this industry and have, over a decade of experience with really reliable suppliers and manufacturing, and a really amazing team of engineers that I work with. So the materials that are being used here are professional grade outdoor materials. So we're talking powder coated steel, UV protected panels. We were able to use 50% recycled water bottles in the panel, 20% recycled steel, UV resistant nylon for the feet. The solar panels are obviously weatherproof and water resistant. So it's meant to be outdoors year round, and we are importing it from Asia.
Great. Bianca.
Great. Great job, Amanda. You mentioned the orders from direct to consumer. Do you have any wholesale accounts?
We have 4 wholesale accounts currently. So 3 of those are with online retailers, and then one of them is actually our local Maine Sport in Rockport.
Danielle.
Yeah, it sounds like it's kind of a wide market. How would you describe your primary market? I know you said families. How are you targeting the right audience for this?
Sure. So right now we are really hitting heavy on direct-to-consumer marketing campaigns through Facebook and Instagram. Influencers are obviously huge, targeting your millennial parent, who luckily is definitely interested in what we're selling, and the message seems to be really resonating about buying something that you can use for many, many years. And so you can repurpose it and reuse it, and it doesn't create waste at the end of the life cycle. So we have just a lot of really great story and editorial content that we've been able to leverage in a general direct-to-consumer marketing campaign.
And then after your children grow up, you can use this as an adult, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. And each panel is individual. So we have customers who are in sunnier parts of the country who are really excited about the fact that there's UV protection. So we have parents who are already getting it for their aerial yoga. We have a woman who is putting up her aerial yoga hammock, and then it can be repurposed throughout the yard as well. So you can split them up, you can keep them together, straight line, L shape, square shape, kind of they're really versatile in that way.
Perfect. Well, congratulations on all you've accomplished in such a short time. We can't wait to see where you go with this.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and hear from our sponsors, but when we get back, we're going to hear what our judges have to say, so don't go away. Come on.
Fame came along at a time when we really needed somebody to believe in our mission.
It's so nice to have somebody actually try to understand what we're doing.
Fame helps Maine businesses and lenders get to yes for their financing needs.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
Thank you, Fame.
If you own a business and want to get more involved with Greenlight Maine, go to our website at greenlightmaine.com. Partnering with us means supporting startups, creating jobs, and building Maine's economy. Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. It's time for our judges to discuss these two amazing companies. You guys really have your work cut out for you. They're both awesome. But let's start with Maine Fly, only because Jeff pitched first. Let's go through the pros and cons, but starting with the pros.
Okay. It's just such a beautiful product, and it was surprising how competitive that the price was for such a handcrafted, beautiful product. So I was surprised that he was able to keep his pricing really competitive in that way. And I would say for a con or an opportunity would be Jeff was so involved in the business, so he does all the QA, he does the stamping, and I think just some consideration to what would happen if he were unable to do those duties, or some sort of maybe follow-up or succession plan within his business.
Absolutely. Okay, Jonathan.
Yeah, I thought Jeff's pro was that he built this Maine brand that really ties on tradition and nostalgia, and is something that will add a lot of value to the lifetime of his brand. The con I have for Jeff is that being built in a small shop in Maine with the high QA standards, potential ability to meet the high demand that he's already built up.
Good point. And Bianca.
I thought he did a great job, a great story that he told. And it's a high quality product, high quality craftsmanship. I was really intrigued by the fact that he mentioned he's using plant-based materials, which was really innovative. And then I thought, though, that the amount of time it takes to make the product might limit his ability to scale.
Sure. Yeah, you guys spent a lot of time off camera learning about that, and that was one thing that he shared about the plant-based, which was really great because it's all about sustainability, for sure. Okay, so let's switch gears now to Lacey and Bijou Build. Very beautiful products, and she absolutely has a ton of experience, and she knows her business.
Absolutely. Wonderful product. So innovative, completely new. That would be the pro of that it's so new. On the flip side of that requires you to really educate the consumers on the new product set. So I think there'll be some work to do maybe on getting the consumer base comfortable with this type of product versus a standard playset.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I thought for Bijou Build, my pro is that it's rapidly scalable. She's built a supply chain that she can work with to scale rapidly to meet the demand that she's accrued. And then for a con, I think being primarily manufactured overseas, there's limited job growth in Maine.
Right. So how does she bring that manufacturing to Maine? Sure.
Yeah.
She's sold out until, the next few months, so she's already sold 250, so that's a good news story, right, Bianca?
Correct. Yeah, that's great. I thought that the options for the add-ons are going to allow for her customers to come back, so multiple revenue streams. I thought that was great. And as noted, I think the biggest disadvantage here is the lack of manufacturing in the state. And she's currently manufacturing her product in Asia, so hopefully she can bring that, to Maine in the coming months or years.
Okay. All right, so if either of these make it to the finals, what would you like to see them to come back and address?
I think for Maine Fly, in the pitch itself, just including more data about the company, so historical growth numbers, maybe what the pending orders look like, just to help frame reference where they're at from that standpoint. And for Bijou Build, I'd say being prepared to speak to that opportunity to maybe manufacture in Maine. I think that would be a real benefit for the finals.
Perfect.
I think for Maine Fly, just would love to learn more about how he's working to increase its capacity to meet that demand. And then likewise for Bijou Build, again, long-term growth plan for being in the state of Maine.
Yeah, what does it look like 5 years from now?
Exactly.
Bianca.
For Bijou Build, I'd be interested in hearing about the gaps in her team. I think it's just Amanda right now. So, does she anticipate needing to hire? How will the business grow in Maine? That would be really important to address in the finale. And for Jeff Maine Fly, I think, again, just going off of what the other judges have said, his ability to scale and meet demand.
Perfect. Well, thank you all so much. Great job. We're going to give you just a couple more minutes, and then we'll have today's winner. All right, we're going to hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back, so don't go away.
Albin, Randall & Bennett, committed to providing accounting solutions to Greenlight Maine startups, working with businesses and organizations that operate locally and nationally. ARBCPA.com. First Park, a 285-acre business park located in Oakland, Maine, offering fiber internet, 3-phase power, and pre-permitted sites for businesses to start or expand. Details at firstpark.com.
Bangor Savings Bank, committed to investing in its employees, customers, and communities to help create a stronger northern New England. Bangor Savings Bank. You matter more.
Hi, welcome to Gorham, Maine. This is Erin Fletz, and I'm a textile designer here. And I wanted to let you know what we've been up to since we won Greenlight Maine. We've just moved into the studio here a couple years ago, and this is our retail showroom, and then we do our manufacturing upstairs. We've also been doing a collection with LL Bean for 3 seasons now. We did this bag and a couple other things with them. And then we also did an apparel collection last spring, summer, and for example, this is one of our little dresses that we created, and that went really well. And then we also did a collection with Anthropologie that was really exciting. We did 3 different collections for them. And then we also started developing this coated canvas handbag, which is the first real handbag that we've ever done, which is really exciting. We are upstairs from our retail showroom, and I wanted to show you where we hand print and sew all of our goods. We hand print on this side of the studio, and we sew on this side of the studio. And I honestly just wanted to say thank you so much, Greenlight Maine, for this amazing opportunity for the last couple of years of growth. And congratulations to the new contestants, and good luck.
Welcome back to Greenlight Maine. We just met 2 amazing companies, and it's time to find out who gets the green light. Judges, I'm going to count you down. 3, 2, 1. And that means Maine Fly gets the green light and is moving on in the competition. Congratulations to Jeff. Well, that's all the time that we have today. We love your feedback and appreciate the comments, so please keep them coming. If you want to see our episodes, you can see them all on our website at greenlightmaine.com. We'll be back next week with 2 more amazing companies, so please join us then. Until then, have a productive week.
Greenlight Maine would not be possible without the support of all of our corporate sponsors. Thank you.
Furniture for Greenlight Maine is provided by Chilton, a Maine company offering a modern take on traditional New England wood furniture. Hotel accommodations for Greenlight Maine are provided by Hilton Garden Inn, Auburn, Riverwatch,